Hello and welcome to another Travel with Gary. Amika's not with me, I'm working away, so doing a quick update because I know I'm not, like last month hardly put any videos out and this month is turning into the same. I'm going to tell you why. There's a lot going on outside of this YouTube stuff. But first, I want to introduce to you my cameraman. Or is it camera woman? Not sure. So, as you can see, I'm being followed about. How cool's that? So, I've been sent this really cool gimbal, which basically follows me wherever I go. So, yeah, in a bit. How cool's that? So yeah, I've been sent this gimbal. It's a Hohem gimbal. I'll put all the details in the description, but I got contacted by the company and I was like, I've already got a gimbal. And this one's got AI on it. So when I put my hand up like that, it stops. And then when I do that, it starts to follow me again. I think that's just incredible. So like, there's no more having to like, well, obviously you will hold the camera at some point, obviously, but I'll be able to put it down and like walk around and talk and, you know, it's amazing. I'm mega chuffed with it. You can make up your own mind, guys. I think it's fantastic. I tried it yesterday in the garden. I was like, this is absolutely cool. Yeah, this is the first time using it, so I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know if it's going to break or cut out or whatever, but I had, like I say, I had a good play with it yesterday and it seemed to be fine. So let's roll with it. So first of all, I wanted to address the fact that there's not been a lot of videos out. And I also want to address, most importantly, more importantly than that, is my lack of interaction with you guys. So I've had quite a few people message me on Instagram, and there's been a few messages also on here on YouTube. YouTube, you just leave a comment, right, and wait for someone to respond. But Instagram, you can direct message people. So I do get direct messages from people, and people are messaging me saying, "Is everything okay?" And it doesn't take the brains of an archbishop to work out when people go a little bit off and quiet, does it? So yeah, things are, let me get to the point, right? Direct to the point. Things are fine, right? Everything is fine, but I'm going for a bit of a rocky patch. About 6 weeks ago, my company changed a policy with kind of like remote sort of working, which I've been doing for the last 3 years, and my contract states 5 days a week in the office. Yeah, they've made mandatory days, and it's just totally impossible for me. I'll end up spending 5 days a week away from Amika, which ain't happening. I wouldn't do that for any employer in this world at all. Got no choice but to leave that company. I don't want to leave the company. It's not my choice, but the company are not being very flexible with me. So here we are. So yeah, I've got another sort of 5 or 6 weeks left and then I'm unemployed. Pretty stressful. Amika finishes school next week. She's only got a few days left actually. And yeah, we'd like to go on summer holidays, but I need to be job hunting. And guess what? In July and August, everybody's on leave. Hiring managers are on leave. Recruiters are on leave. It's just a really bad time to be out of work. Pretty stressful time. So if you're wondering why I'm not responding to you, it's nothing personal. I just haven't got the time at the moment. Genuinely haven't got the time. Yeah, it's pretty stressful time, to be honest. So, but this is the last week that I will be working away, certainly in this company anyway. So this is probably the last time I'm going to park down here. Hello, Peak District, and goodbye. We don't know what's next, really. It's a bit of a strange time. You know, it's just a job, innit? We'll get another job. But I just wanted to address it to everybody, really, because honestly, if you've messaged me on Instagram or on here and I've not responded like I normally do, please just cut me a little bit of slack. It's nothing personal. I've got to focus on myself a little bit and make sure that I get myself sorted out with a job and be able to get Amika away for summer. You know, summer holidays, we want to go away, and the last thing I want to be doing is spend the entire summer hunting for jobs and being told we'll get back to you in a bit because everybody's on leave. Not only that, there's also other stuff going on that side of work as well, which is not for YouTube. And yeah, I'm sort of having to manage quite a lot. So yeah, it's a pretty stressful time, but come with me. I have to move quite slowly, otherwise it will cut off. Just because I'm so close. If I was further away, it works a lot better. But yeah, if I suddenly move like that, yeah, see, it cuts off. But we get it going again. So yeah, I've just got down to the Peak District. Rather than not put a video out, I thought I'd just address that point, because there's a lot of people either worried, concerned, think I'm being a bit rude because I'm not responding. genuinely, everything's fine. Everything is gonna be fine. I'm not looking for any sympathy, but I'm having a pretty rough ride at the moment. But yeah, just in general, like, you know, single father, working full time, trying to hold down a career, it's just hard work. Like, it's really hard work. Amika's 9 years old now, so she's changing, do you know what I mean? It's getting a little bit harder. So today's video is going to be about what happens when I go away in the van on my own. Well, normally I finish work, chuck everything in, try not to forget everything, bang, and I'm on the road because I want to miss all the traffic. But usually I forget loads of stuff. So it's all right saying write a list, but normally I'll lose my list, or it's on the phone, I'll delete it. So I've got lists everywhere. Normally I haven't got time to look through the list, and normally I don't forget like most important things anyway. I'm getting bitten by midges here. So one of the things that I do when I pull up, when I'm in places like this, is deal with the midges. So up here I've got all sorts of crap, but one thing I have got is a lighter. So down here in my little cubby hole, is he going to follow us down? Yes, it is. Yeah, I've got a couple of candles, so we'll get them lit up like so. We'll get one over there. Yeah, I've been bitten on the leg as well. Little beggars. Right, so we get these lit. It's a brand new one, this is. And where should we put this one? I'll tell you what, we'll put this one down here. So as you can see, I've got stuff everywhere. So normally when I pull up, I have a good tidy up. It normally takes me about half an hour, because I cannot cope with mess at all. I always keep a jumper handy because obviously I'm in a van, door open, temperature change, it gets colder, so we have a bit of a jumper. It normally either gets folded up or it'll hang on one of these little hooks here. So that sits on there, hangs on there, and yeah, you know, if I ever need to go outside or anything, I can just grab it, put it on, and we're good to go. The towel hangs up on here normally as well when it's drying. I did wash it in the washing machine when I was at home, so it was still a little bit damp. Had it on the chair at home. It's now dry, so that gets folded up, and that sits up here around the corner, like so. Up here, we've got, used to be Amika's bed, but up here I've got 3 boxes now. 1, 2, 3, 4. First one's pots and pans, so that usually rattles around, makes a racket and annoys me. The next one is kind of like sauces, pastas, rices, yeah, just like condiments, like, you know, fajita mixes and stuff like that. The next one is breakfast and coffee, like, most important box, and chocolate. And the final one is everything else. And then I've got a pan that slides around, makes lots of noise, and the air fryer as well. So that's what's up there. You've all seen the rest of the van, haven't you? This is a toilet and stuff, shower. What else we got going on here? So I always take the coffee machine with me. You probably notice that everyone who comes to the van's like, ooh, coffee machine. I don't operate, as you could probably tell, without a coffee because, yeah, I only last so long, and it's like, It's a bean to cup because obviously, as long as you buy the beans when they're fresh, not just some random supermarket ones like, ooh, they're fresh because they're beans. That's not always the case. Sometimes it tastes like acid. I don't know if these will have it on. Yeah, look, on this one here it says roasted on the 11th of the 5th. So that's 11th of May. I think it's the 11th of... Yeah, it is. 11th of July. So that's 2 months old. So that's not fresh by any means. Although they were bought for Father's Day. So that was probably about a month ago, wasn't it? Yeah, so yeah, the coffee machine comes with me everywhere. Chopping board sits in here, rattles around, drives me crazy, so I need to do something with that as well. It's dead easy. When you watch on YouTube, you're like, well, why didn't you just do that? But it's just too many jobs to do. Like, stick it in the sink, it's fine. To be fair, it doesn't really rattle around. I'm just joking there. In this cupboard, if you haven't seen it already, this is where I've got my toolbox, all my tools and stuff are in here. Yeah, I've got my gas cooker, which never gets used now because I'm always using the air fryer. First aid box, and then this is kind of like toothpastes and mouthwashes and deodorants and stuff like that. This is, I suppose, it's the morning bucket. Yes, that's pretty much it, really. I don't know what this video is about. I'm just making a video because I need to put a video out for you guys because I know, you know, if nothing comes out, you all think that I've fallen off the end of the world. Unless you believe in the flat earth, of course, and then I'll just keep walking forever, won't I? Yeah, we'll get... this is for tomorrow, so my tomorrow's clothes go there, so I can take those out, and then my socks and my underwear and all that sort of stuff's in there. So, you might have noticed there's a few little things around here. So what we've bought is some Blink Minis. I got some of these last time when the Prime sale was on. And I was hoping that they would link with Home Assistant. So you probably don't know what Home Assistant is. Some of you might, most of you won't. Home Assistant is a platform that's programmable, so you can link all of your smart devices together. If you've got any smart devices, you'll know that you need this app for that, and this app for that, and this app for that, and then this app for that, and it just becomes a bit of a headache. Well, Smart Assistant links everything together, so they claim, apart from the blink cameras, as I found out today. Little bit annoying, but we can still use the blink app, because what we can do is this camera I can fit up here, and this camera is going to look at those cameras, or that screen. So that's my cameras around the van. They're not remote, I can't see those anywhere. But with this camera facing that, I can log onto my app on my phone and I can see it. It's also got motion detect. So earlier on, I tried it out, a car went past, the motion detect came on, and it just notified me that something was going on. So I can actually, I will be able to, should we start again? I will be able to see those remotely. How effective it is, I don't know, but it'd be nice to know. It'd be nice. Something to play around with. Not as high tech as I'd like, but it's a start, and at least we can see things remotely. So that is that. Yeah, we just end up with a lot of sort of bits of cables all over the place, which is a little bit annoying. So we've got a little, well, this is my little cable and sort of mini tech drawer, but it ends up being when we go away at the weekend, because I've been at Haven at the weekend, didn't do any filming at all. Oh, I might have done. If I did, then there may be a video, but I don't think I did. So yeah, this becomes like a cross between a little tech drawer and whatever Amika can chuck in it. So yeah, we just make sure that everything's coiled up so we can get to it. I've also brought an IP camera with me because I've got quite a few of these in the house. This is just a spare one that's knocking around, so I thought I'd use it and see if I can get it working with Home Assistant. I have got these little temperature sensors. For Victron, you can buy Ruby tags which connect. They're about 50 quid each. These are about £6 or £7, no, probably about £9 each, so significantly cheaper, and they connect direct to Home Assistant and they work perfectly fine. So monitor temperature and the humidity. I just need a little place to put it. I don't really want to put it up high, and I don't want to put it down low, so I might sort of see if I can connect it to there, or maybe on the inside somewhere, which would be quite good. Yeah, I could leave it there actually, although is the sensor on the back? I suppose the sensor's on the back, isn't it? So you don't really want to block that side, so we'll leave it the other way around. We'll leave it there, and yeah, I'll see if I can secure that in place so it doesn't fall off. Yeah, Amika's stuff, more of Amika's stuff, which is every time we go away she just gets more and more and more stuff. It drives me crazy. So the other thing that I'm going to show you is some exciting things that I've been working on, which will hopefully turn into a video at some point, but I'm not techie enough. It's taken me quite a while, so have a look at some of this. Right, so you've seen the Victron stuff if you watched some of the past videos, and obviously we've got the batteries underneath there. You'll notice there's quite a few other things. Let me just give this a little bit of a tidy up so it makes a bit more sense. There's quite a few other things under here now that have appeared. Now, to some of you, you'll probably recognise the Raspberry Pis. Some of you might have heard of Raspberry Pis, and it's not the food, but this is a Raspberry Pi. It's a mini computer. So those big, massive desktops that you used to have, it's basically one of those. They're a lot smaller these days. So yeah, they are little mini computers, and they work exactly the same as any other computer, but you can kind of load different things on them. So this one, you'll see that there's a lot of cables coming from it, and they run into my Victron. So that basically monitors my Victron. There's a few different units that you can buy. This is basically one of those. It simulates the Venus, so it's got the same software as the Victron Venus has got on it, but it's significantly cheaper. And yeah, that connects to my Netgear Nighthawk router, so I can then view everything that my MPPT is doing, and my smart shunt, which is monitoring my batteries. So I can see everything that's going on with my van by connecting to that remotely. This other one here is what I've downloaded and put on a operating system, which is the Home Assistant. So you use on the back as like a little SD card, you can see it there. So you take your SD card out, plug it into your computer, and you basically load any operating system on that will work with the Raspberry Pi. and yeah, you can sort of just use them for all sorts of stuff. So that one is connected at the moment with the Ethernet. The Ethernet normally sits in there. This will go on Wi-Fi and connect directly, but effectively what this is going to do, this is going to talk to everything in my van that is smart. So it'll talk to my Alexa, it'll talk to my relays, which are up here, excuse the mess, more stuff from the weekend. Yeah, it'll talk to these relays, so when it's working, it'll turn things on and off for me remotely. So it doesn't matter where I am in the world, as long as there's an internet connection in the van and I've got an internet connection, I'll be able to flick things on and off. I will be looking at putting the, I've got a few of these, where are they? Still not fitted them yet. Again, haven't got time. These are going to go on the back and on the sides, not on the front, because I've got light bars. They're going to go, so I need one more. So I'll have one on the back, we'll have one on each side. And then effectively, this is the way I foresee it. The camera can detect motion on this monitor. So if somebody walks past at night time or whatever, whether I'm in the van or not, I'll be able to press a button and it will just automatically flick the light on. Equally, I can tell it to automate things. So I can tell it, if motion detected, switch on light for 15 seconds, for example. So that's enough to put somebody off, right? So pretty cool stuff. I'm still getting my head around it. There's a lot of programming and coding and stuff, which I'm not very good at, or I've never done it before. It's not that I'm not good at it, I've just never really done it before. And B, I ain't got the bloody time to do it. So, or I might have soon if I'm unemployed. So yeah, we're working on that now, so there may be a video on that later at some point, or a little bit. Maybe I'll give you a bit of a demonstration about, you know, this is what's happened. So that's that, and of course the other thing that we spoke about before is the switch panel. So good progress with the switch panel now. There's lots going on there. We can turn cameras on and off. We can put the lights on underneath the van, so they're on, obviously off. That's the interior light. That's my water pump. That's the lights on the bonnet, and that changes the lights on the bonnet. So I'm going to move them along to here, and I'm actually going to put my light bar permanently on and then sort of pulsing so I can flash the light bar. So I'm not really sure how to do that. I think I've got a rough idea, but we'll give that a go. So yeah, we'll have the light bar on. So if, you know, I don't know, I'm in the inside lane and somebody pulls in front, I'll be able to just pulse it and you know, sort of just basically like a flash, really, flashing somebody. Yeah, so that's it really. So probably not the video I was expecting, but I needed to give an update because a lot of people were pestering me, and yeah, I've just not been really focused on social media as much as what I'd like to. But you know, priorities lay elsewhere at the moment. So we'll be back on track. Hopefully we'll get out into Europe. My initial plans, well, I'll share with you my initial plans actually. They were to sort of follow down the Russian border, so go around Kaliningrad, so sort of Latvia, Lithuania area, round Kaliningrad and then up to Estonia, and follow the border all the way down from Estonia, past Belarus, through Poland, and then sort of scoot back into Germany then and take Amika to see her mum. But yeah, we're just not gonna have time, and it's just, now's not the right time to do it. It's just got too much going on. Yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. So there is a plan B, and the plan B is very exciting. But let's hope we can actually get that done, because like I say, I've got to focus on work, and yeah, get another job now. So at the wrong time of the year, but it is what it is. Like I said, it's just another bump in the road, and we'll get past it. There's plenty of worse things that happen at sea, right? Well, thanks for being here, guys. If you got this far on the video, I would probably suggest that you are a loyal Travel with Gary and Amika subscriber. Talking of subscribers, if you're not subscribed, or you think you are, go and check, because I have been subscribed to 2 or 3 channels that I've checked recently, and I've had to resubscribe, and I haven't unsubscribed to anybody. So I don't know what the hell's going on there. There's obviously something that is causing people to get unsubscribed. So just double check that you are still subscribed. If you're not, please subscribe, because it really helps the channel grow. It helps the videos get pushed out to other people, and of course, the bigger the channel gets, then obviously one day, hopefully, maybe, I won't actually have to work for somebody else, and this can be my future, and of course, most importantly, Amika's future, and that'll be pretty cool. I'm sure she would agree. I am now going to get some food. It is 9 o'clock, far too late to be eating, but I am hungry, and yeah, let's catch up tomorrow. I'll try and get another video recorded tomorrow. I want to take you through the switch panel as well. Yeah, that'll be a good video, because that switch panel is something I wanted for ages. It's in the front and it's in the back, and it is super cool. Very, very useful. I use it all the time, especially when I go in the front and I leave the light on. I can just press the button in the front like this. Come with me. So obviously all the buttons are here as well, so I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. Enough waffling. Thanks for being here, guys. Honestly, it's a pretty tough time at the moment, but we keep going, we keep progressing, and in a few weeks, few months, this will all be history. Right, I'm going for a walk. See you in a bit. Change of plan, there's probably snakes down there.